Did you know last year 676,000 people lost their house to foreclosure? And we were in a good market. Learn more on Impact and Income. Welcome back to Impact and Income. On this episode, we want to talk about the real estate market. We've been in a good time. Is it gonna get bad again? Are we gonna get rocked? You know, the past, I'd say 12 to 18 months have been, the values have been skyrocketing. Everything's been great. People are kind of wondering, are we in for a downturn?
Yes, it's cyclical. Our business is cyclical. It is in distressed debt. It's a cyclical business. So we're looking at every around 10 to 15 years, a downturn in the market goes. Currently, as we're standing, we're not in a downturn. And last year, 676,000 people were affected by foreclosure. I don't want to guarantee anything, but a lot of those people are veterans. A lot of those people are single moms. A lot of those people are in a real bad situation that didn't need to be thrown out on the street. And literally that's what's happening. You're talking about a lack of affordable housing problem. And you're talking about still taking people, and this to me is like barbaric, and basically using your leverage and throwing them out on the street when you can, and we've proven it, modify them, keep them in, and you know what? For everybody involved, it seems like a better thing.
Yeah, right now, just kind of monitoring what's going on in the market, I'm starting to see the stated loans again, where people are just at no-doc loans, and that's a recipe for bad things to happen. That's what happened in the past downturn when we had the big meltdown in 08, is there was stated loans. What else I've seen and I've heard now is marketing for people to start sucking out the equity. There were amazing real estate deals from 2010 through say 2014, 15. And a lot of those people bought then, and now the market is shot up at almost a hockey stick growth, and now they have equity. And I'm hearing advertisements on the radio for no-doc loans to take money out of your house so you can pay off debt, which is good, but to buy a new boat, to buy a new car, to buy a motorcycle. Literally, I heard this driving in today and I go, this smells all too familiar.
I agree. Last time, 7 million people lost their homes. Are we gonna see that type of catastrophic event again? I'm not gonna speculate yes or no. Could be. What I'm saying is we need to put in place when that next downturn does occur, people like ourselves that are gonna actually present a different type of approach and drive a different kind of strategy and impact strategy to these low-income individuals that are not able to hire an attorney and represent themselves, therefore get preyed upon by these big institutions and banks that just say, you know what, we're in it for one thing and that's bottom line.
Well, we're still cleaning up. I mean, some of the loans that we still have, we're still cleaning up from that meltdown. It's sad to say that some of those people have had those modifications and they're now starting to re-default again. On an average time frame, the banks are going to have 2 to 3% default on their loan books. That's just in a normal market. During the 07, 08 market, 09, it was up to 25% of their books kind of hit a default, which is bad. And I don't think it'll get that high again. I don't think it'll go a factor of 10. I'm thinking a factor of 5 or 6, but there's gonna be a downturn. And you know, one of the things I see, I personally believe, is that there's been a little bit of a desensitization to the foreclosure. You know, prior to that meltdown, the foreclosure was really taboo. People were like, oh, they went through a foreclosure. Now, I think everybody probably knows somebody who lost their house to foreclosure, and a lot of people realized they kind of came out of it and didn't get too hurt. They didn't get hurt that badly. Their credit took a ding, but they survived. So I fear that maybe that desensitization will be one of the catalysts and help maybe propel us into a little bit of a downturn. I hope not, but it could be there.
Yeah, and the big thing I believe that we're talking about here to you guys as investors or somebody that's interested in us is, okay, is there a downturn and how does that affect our investment in your fund, right? Are you gonna have deal flow? Are you gonna have inventory coming in? And like Rick said, in a normal cycle, distressed debt, right, is at 2 to 3%. Right now in the EU, in the European Union, there's places in Greece that are 50+% distressed debt. They are going through a major problem. And so we're starting to see there's no solutions over there. And just as there was no solutions here, there's going to be some major carnage. So what we're looking at is the consumer debt market right now as we stand is around $14 trillion, okay? With about 70% of that being in mortgage, in housing debt, mortgage in HELOCs, puts you about at about $9 trillion, okay? Then what you do is you take about 2 to 3% of that, puts you at about $270 billion in distressed debt in a normal cycle. So when you're talking about inventory out there, like Rick said, we are still cleaning up from 07 and 08. So when the next downturn does occur, what we're trying to really do is position that. Not saying that we need that time up to be successful, because for the last 6 years we've proved our concept in not a downturn market that what we're doing and what we're investing is can earn double-digit yields and it can make a positive outcome. So what we want to do is our mission of putting a socially responsible pitch on something, and especially with these mortgage borrowers, is when this next downturn occurs, and it's cyclical, we want others, not just us, to hear the way that we're handling this and to take that mission and pay it forward and continue to do what we're doing as well.
Yeah, so if you're an investor and you're looking to make an impact in income and you see the opportunity that is already here but is really going to get better when the market does take a turn, jump over to mwmfund.com where you can learn about what we have going on and how you can jump in, help us out, and make an impact and an income.